many cases, the secrets of the universe itself. I want to also, as we get going, I want to talk about why Trusted Team is so powerful, and then we're going to talk about target markets, how you actually can target the proper target market using Trusted Team. But I want to talk about why Trusted Team is so powerful overall. We all know that referrals are the most powerful way to generate business for our own businesses. It's also the least expensive way to create business for our own business. But the 97% of businesses don't have an exact structure or strategy about how to get referrals. They just know that they come in and they don't know how to increase them, and they give lip service on how to increase the referrals that they get, but 97% of businesses don't have a strategic plan, nor do they act on that strategic plan, or even have a plan. So these are all important things that all you have to do is log into trustedteam.com. It's free for the first 37 days. It's also free forever, just like LinkedIn. So you actually have full capacity of the software for the first 37 days of the social media platform for the first 37 days. And then after 37 days, you just have to pick your top 2 referral partners, and then you stick with those 2 referral partners, and you can have it for free forever. But if you want to be able to upgrade, then just like in LinkedIn, you're going to be able to have certain upgrades. And so that's a wonderful part of the software, is that anything that you build, you'll be able to create. They also have a guarantee if you do decide to upgrade. I mean, can you imagine you're always being bugged by LinkedIn saying, hey, if you do this, you can upgrade. If you do that, you can upgrade. But Trusted Team actually has a guarantee. I'm not the one giving this guarantee. I don't own the company, but I'm just forwarding on the guarantee. I have to disclaim that if you actually utilize the software properly, if you put in your referral partners, if you actually give the referrals that you should, don't be selfish about it and not give referrals. So if you can show that you actually invited your referral partners in, that you interacted with your referral partners, and that you actually gave some referrals, then they actually have a money-back guarantee that it's double your money back, or after a year. So in other words, if you're with them a year and you try it for a year, you can actually get 100% of your money back. I don't know of any other social media program that allows you to try their upgrade for free for a year, and then give your money back if you didn't get results. But remember, the beautiful thing about Trusted Team is it tracks everything. So what that means is they know exactly how much marketing you did. They know your referral partners and what they did and didn't do. So if you call in saying, hey, I didn't get any referrals, and they can see that you got some referrals, then don't try to get overly smart about it, but it is absolutely an amazing guarantee that they are providing. Okay, so coming back down to how do you create your Trusted Team? Your Trusted Team isn't necessarily going to be made up of just your best friends. Hopefully you may have a friend or two who also is a good referral partner. However, in many cases, your friends match your personality type, and your referral partners match your business type. So let's talk about business to business, and then let's talk about business to consumer. Just in case we have a lot of business to consumer listeners out there, let's start with business to consumer. We may have real estate agents out there. We might have insurance agents out there. We might have restaurant owners. We might have spa owners. Later on in the show, in about 15 minutes, there's a potential that we're going to be bringing on a Trusted Team member who will be joining us and talking about her experience with Trusted Team. So, and she's a med spa owner. So there's and also we have to let the cat out of the bag, is going to be co-hosting a show with me later. But she's been able to utilize Trusted Team, and it's kind of exciting how it all works together. Okay, so now that we've shared that, let's talk about business to consumer. Whomever you are, I want you to know that we understand that you may be targeting consumers. So let's talk about the different kind of consumers that you might go after. Demographics can be young people. They can be middle-aged, and you can define middle-aged from 35 to 50, or you can define it from 20 to 35. Depends on what your demographic is. But if you are, let's say you're a college and you want to target the young people that come to you. We actually had somebody did talk to us about approaching young people that might be going to college. So in that particular aspect, they could put together a team of companies that target young people. So for example, Next Generation Insurance is a company that sells insurance to college students, whether that be rental insurance or health insurance if they didn't get it at the university. A lot of different types of insurances that students might need and they might not think they need, but they actually wish they did have it. And so they specialize in that. So that would be a great referral partner for somebody who is also trying to get students to enroll in their college, and vice versa. If somebody is trying to sell sports drinks, or the club scene, so you know, it might be a lot of the downtown Scottsdale restaurants would team up with the university, so these are examples of people that are targeting young people. Long story short, whoever is targeting your direct demographic, you know, if you sell for those who have retired, I'm looking for the insurances to those who have retired, to medical supplements, the Medicare supplements, that's what I was looking for. Let's say that you wanted to target people who are 65 and older because you're selling medical supplements. Then you probably would also want to target those who have retirement communities, those 55 and older communities. These would be very, very good referral partners for you to put together. So no matter what your demographic is, determine and make sure that you purposefully determine what your demographic is, and then purposefully go out there looking for people who are in that demographic. We have Dr. Lee, who has just arrived in the studio, so we are going to have her join us as we talk about Trusted Team, and we actually feel very honored that she came in. We have a meeting actually right after this show, and I'm going to take a moment to talk about the new show that we're going to be developing. It's called Ageless Living, and Dr. Lee came up with that name. So speaking of people who might be 65 and want to look 45, that might be a good target market. So depending on, you know, a med spa, I may want to determine, do they target young people? Do they target, what age group do they target? And maybe it is those that are 65 and older, maybe not. So that's an example. So Dr. Lee, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Kurt.
You're very welcome. And tell us a little bit about AZ Laser and Skin, and tell us a little bit about, let's use you as an example, your target market. Obviously you want anybody who will come in and need to look healthy, but give us some ideas, some ideal target markets that you might go after.
Oh, actually, nowadays people start in their 20s.
That's true.
Sometimes. In the beginning, we're not used to it. And we're like saying, what are you doing here, you 20-year-old? They say, we want to prevent wrinkles. So
good idea.
Anywhere from, more realistically, 30s to 60s.
Okay, very good. But you're not wrong, actually. By the time I was 18, I had probably at least 80% of the wrinkles that I have right now around my eyes, because I grew up on a ranch. I was a true cowboy, but I guess I wasn't as true as I should be, because I didn't like the cowboy hat. And so I got sunburned a lot, and I have very light skin. And so I also, without a hat, was constantly squinting. And so I had crow's feet by the time I was 18.
And a lot of it is related to how people are living longer, feeling healthier. They actually want to look how they feel. You know, some of the 80-year-olds feel like they're in their 60s, 50s. So it's no limit.
Absolutely. And part of the subject of the show is going to be being comfortable in your own skin, meaning that it's okay to, if you're 80, to look 80, but you want to look a good 80. You know, if you're 65, it's okay to look 65. You just want to look a good 65. So we all know this in Hollywood. We see some people in Hollywood. We wonder who are they going to? I don't want to name names, so I'm going to name Robert Redford. Who colors his hair? It is the orangest, weirdest color. And in my thoughts, my thoughts are, he could have his hair any color he wanted. Why is it that he has the most? He could hire only the very, very best. Why is it that his hair always is that weird shade of red? I don't know. Maybe he thinks it's a signature color. And maybe, who am I to critique him? Because My goodness, if only I could be him. So having said that, everybody has their whether they're old or young. So essentially, your complete target market would be anybody from about 20-ish on up.
Yeah, we do see teenagers for acne problems too. That, you know, if you would include that too.
Sure.
But,
that makes sense. So here's an example. In trustedteam.com, I've been working with Dr. Lee a little bit more on the organic level, the street level, if you want to say that. And we actually got her in contact with a internal medicine doctor who is about a block north of her. And he is also joined Trusted Team. And you probably aren't aware of this, but Dorette, that we came by to introduce you to the other day, she has about 8 businesses in your area that are already put together.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. So essentially the concept is that there's also a geographic limiters, and so not just demographic, but geographic limiters that you want to be able to target everybody who would be, in this case, 16 to 100, who lives within a 5 to 10 mile radius. So when we come back from break, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to get your geographic limiters where they should be. We've talked about demographics. We're going to talk a little bit about business to business demographics. Those are called vertical markets, okay? And then also when we come back from break, we're going to talk about how we can get our geographic limiters put on there. And that's been one of the, in social media we call that, and also online advertising, we call it localization, or being hyper-local. And so those things are absolutely overcome by this new social media platform. So don't go away, we're going to talk about it when we come back. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kurt Wilhelm, the host of The Social Universe, here on World Talk Radio and Voice America, joined by Dr. Lee, who will be a future co-host with us.